Hey everybody, Brent Florica here, and welcome back to another episode of Sketchbook B. In today's episode, I'm going to be doing some inking and coloring of some sticker designs for my sister Nikki. It's a bit of a collab with her. She did the original pencils in her kind of trademark sketchy style, and then I followed up with inking and the finished colors so that she could get them ready to produce as stickers. I'm really happy with how they turned out, and I hope you enjoy the process. It's a fairly simple one, but I thought it might be interesting to some of you to see a little bit of the vision for what these characters are like, and maybe pique your interest in Son of Silver Skies, the book that Nikki's currently working on as the first part of this epic series that she's writing. See what you think. Let me know in the comments. Let's do it. Okay, so this first drawing is of a character called Kirian, and he's one of the key figures in the first part, at the very least, of this saga of stories in the world of Ariad. He's a really cool character. He has a lot of interesting developments with his character as it goes along, and he's kind of a glue character that sort of ties everything together. I really enjoyed working on this one. He is one of the Skyads, that's his race, and they live up in the clouds, and a lot of really cool stuff there. And his look is very dark, and they have silver capes that allow them to sort of blend in with the cloudscape, so I had to incorporate that. But the overall color palette is very purple, and that was by design. Nikki wanted the feel of it to be in that sort of purple range, so I had to use that when I was doing my multiply layer for the shadows. My base color for that ended up being somewhere in the sort of deep purple range, and then I just backed off the transparency a little bit to hit that sweet spot. Otherwise, his uniform has a lot of shiny elements like silk and stuff like that, so that was a little bit interesting for me to play around with, because I haven't done too many things like that, at least digitally, with shiny material. So that was a fun challenge, and I'm pretty happy with my first attempt at it here. I think it turned out pretty good, so I can always keep building on that for the next ones. So this was a really fun piece to do. He's a really cool character, and I enjoyed putting this one together. The second character that I did a sticker design for is a character called Riddell. This is a really cool character. He's super unique. He's got a lot of interesting things and twists and turns with his character that develop over the course of the saga. He's one of those characters that's like at the heart of the entire thing. So really cool character. He's a Robin, that's his race, and they're a group of people that live in kind of the woods and very earthy and sort of natural. And he has a very different color palette from Kirian, in the sense that he's not really in the purple sort of vibe. He's not up in the sky. He's very earthy and grounded. So I wanted to kind of make that happen with the colors as well, where it feels very grounded to the earth. But at the same time, I wanted the stickers to feel like they belong from the same world. So while I did use a little bit of purple for the shadows, I also tried to eventually blend in a tiny bit of like a reddy brownish color to just bring it down to the earth a little bit more and make it seem a little less like ethereal, kind of like it's in the sky sort of thing. And I feel like that was fairly successful. This one was fun because in comparison to the Kirian sticker, this one had less detail to sort of make it visually interesting. His pants are just sort of like a big blob of the same color. So in order to give it a little bit of interest, I brought in some textures and some speckling and stuff to make it just a little more visually interesting. And I could get away with this because at the scale it's going to be like these stickers print at about 3 inches tall at the most, 3.5 maybe. So the lack of detail that would be apparent if this was a full-sized image is able to be hidden when you shrink it down to that small scale. So I was able to kind of make use of that a little bit, and it worked out pretty well. So I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Had a lot of fun with the hair, bringing in some color variation there to make his red hair sort of pop. And he has really vibrant green eyes, which unfortunately at this scale don't show up super well, but I'm hoping to do some other illustrations in the future of these characters, and maybe I can capture it then. But So yeah, with both of these stickers actually, my sister Nikki, the author of this series, did the original pencils in her kind of sketchy style, which I love. Then she gave it to me so that I could ink over it and do the colors and just kind of bring it to completion for these stickers so they could be, produced. And this was really fun for me. I enjoyed it so much. I hope we can do more stuff like this in the future. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the coloring process here. I know it's a quick one, but thought it was pretty fun and worth kind of putting up here on the channel, and giving a bit of a plug to my sister as well to check out her stuff on her website. And I'll try and put all of those links in the description as well so you can check her out. Thanks for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me at Sketchbook B. I really appreciate you taking some time out of your day and spending it with me. So thank you very much for that. Also, just wanted to say a quick thank you to everybody who helped contribute to my Stories with the Stoops Kickstarter campaign. It closed at the end of August, and we were able to successfully meet our target goal, which was amazing. And I'm just so grateful to everyone who contributed in so many different ways, not just with financial support for the campaign, but also just advertising, proofreading things, giving me critiques over the years as I've written these stories. Just there's been so many people that have contributed in so many different ways, and I'm humbled and I'm grateful. So thank you so much. I'm now working with the publisher to take the next steps and start getting this thing into production. I'll be sure to let you know as that approaches when the official launch of the book will be on sites like Amazon and things like that online. So stay tuned for that. You can go to brentflorica.com and join my mailing list, or follow me on Instagram or Facebook or things like that if you want to stay updated. You can feel free to check out some of my other stuff. Maybe you'll enjoy it. I do primarily architecture, character designs, and comic art. If any of that interests you, check out some of my playlists and maybe you'll find something that piques your interest. Until next time, take care.